everybody. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dirt and Grip and everything. My name is Clara with Timeless Photography and Throttle and Dirt Media. Today we're going to be interviewing quite an interesting group here that has a very unique machine today in the two-wheel drive pulling series. Wanted to make a quick shout out to Promos Unlimited in Salem, Ohio. They're ones that are bringing in our shirts and different kind of merch that we're going to be bringing out here in the future. So we want to thank you very, very nicely. They do very good quality work. As you can see with all of our gear that we wear, very, very great ordeals today. But today we're going to be talking to a puller who runs a two-wheel drive pulling truck out of Missouri. His name is Josh, and he's also going to have his one of his tech crews with him today named Rich. So without further ado, let's bring these two on. Doing pretty good there, Josh. How's it going? And Rich,
It's going good.
There we go. Treating you well out there.
It's pouring down rain right now. And the wind's blowing about 100 miles an hour.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, I mean, with that motor you got there, it might blow a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to talk a little bit about your machine here. It's quite a unique build that you guys have. What brought you into the two-wheel drive pulling, and what kind of made you go this certain way that you decided to go with?
Well, we started pulling when I was a teenager. This guy right here, Richard, he built my first two-wheel drive pulling truck when I was probably still 13 or 14 years old, and he built me we started out with an old 62 GMC pickup. It had a V6 motor in it, one of the big truck V6 motors.
Okay.
And Richard did all the engineering on that, and built a tube chassis when we were ready for it. And we had a good run with that while I was in my teen years. Then he kept on going. He was pulling two-wheel drives, and now he runs the two-wheel drive on the Outlaw tour called Buffalo's Chips.
Okay, yeah, we've seen them guys a little bit there. Quite a very, very strong pulling group in there.
Oh yeah.
We've also been watching a little bit with the NTPA boys. There's another guy out there that has a very unique build. He's got a diesel two-wheel drive. But notice you guys in the two-wheel drive pulling series is kind of branching off in some different power plants. What's your guys' thoughts on these?
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but just for myself, I wanted to do something different, just something that nobody had seen, at least not for many, many years. There was a two-wheel drive with a turbine in Missouri back in the 80s. And I honestly didn't even know that was out there until just recently. But
yeah, a lot of the old photos I've been seeing is starting to pop back up. I know we follow a page there on YouTube and Facebook, Classic Polar Memorial, or I can't remember the exact name of it, but they post a lot of the old Polars as well, which is really, really cool to see people bring back their old school units back up. And I know here in Ohio, a lot of the modified tractors from the 60s and 70s are starting to pop back up and pull.
sure.
There's one we nicknamed the Devil's Rotisserie. He's got a chain. I'm not joking. The chain drive on it is almost about 3 inches thick. Just on. It's just one. He runs an aircraft radial as a pancake.
Mm-hmm.
Transfers it over to a chain to the rear wheel, and it's quite a unique build. We see him every once in a while. He'll pull it out and dust it off. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, so you said you started out with a V6 and everything. Another unique style. You just always wanted to play on the different sides.
On the different side, that was my dad. He wanted something unique, and probably was a budget factor involved there somewhere.
Yeah, well, 2 less cylinders, a little bit cheaper sometimes, a little bit cheaper. So, but yes, definitely. So, what's the name of your rig here before I put it up on screen for everybody to see?
Well, last year I had it named the Identity Crisis, and then we were at a pool about 60 miles from here and ran into some people that had a Pro Stock tractor named Identity Crisis. So I said, well, man, we can't have that. We got to change the name. So I honestly don't know what we're going to go with this year.
Okay, yeah, it's quite a unique build and everything. We absolutely love this machine when we spotted it online because one, it's unique, and I seen your photos that you guys had up as well last year for one of your polls, I believe, for last year when you were shooting probably about a 4. I'd say probably by this photo here was about about a 4 to 5 foot flame.
Yeah, it's a pretty healthy flame.
Yes, very much. Very similar to Leather and Lace over here on the OSTPA and NTPA lane.
Yep.
Those boys have always thrown fire. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about it. What you're running for a power plant, and give our viewers here a little bit of a rundown on a turbine, because a
Like
lot of
them.
our guys are come from sand drags as well and
Yeah.
other sports. So these engines aren't very common.
They're not common, and they're getting harder and harder to find. In fact, this one did come from the Leather and Lace team up in Ohio.
Okay.
Uh, I've got a couple engines from them, but the T-53 is a helicopter engine. It was a Vietnam era uh, power plant for the UH-1 Iroquois or Huey
Okay.
helicopter.
Definitely.
Yeah, so they're a very old engine, but they take a licking and keep on ticking.
So, how much horsepower are you able to put in this for your for being in the two-wheel drive? Because I know in the Unlimited series they're allowed, if I remember the rule book correctly for NTPA, they're allowed up to 10,500 horsepower for these.
Yep, and we're on a whole different level. We're on the Dollar General level of horsepower. We're running 860 horse.
Okay. And what kind of RPM are you putting on that?
Well, the different stages of the engine when it's at 100% or just a little bit over is somewhere up around 24,800 RPM.
Okay, definitely.
Of course, then it's geared down through a planetary gear in the front of the engine that you can see there. And I believe you're running back down somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 at any given point.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, like we said, it's quite a unique ordeal, and I did see one of your guys' photos where you had her up there pretty good on the wheelie bar there. That
Oh
seemed to
yeah,
happen quite a lot with you guys with that kind of horsepower, or
it does because it's all or nothing. There's not a clutch system where you can ease it off the line. When you come off, you're at 100% or just a little over, and you're along for the ride at that point.
Very much so. Very much so. We know a lot of you pullers have you guys get some fun rides. We know
Oh
that
yeah,
for a certain, especially the mini mods. I will say those guys, in a good way, are touched in the head a little bit. Let's put 5,000 horsepower in a drive shaft less than a foot, and
yes,
about a foot long there, right between your legs.
yeah.
It can be all bad real quickly. So, but so you start out with the Dodge, I'm guessing, body, or you Mopar, Ford, Chevy? Which way you go? I know
Well,
sometimes it's just the cost of the bodies.
we're Mopar people around here, but yeah, I was lucky enough to find a Dakota body up, and it actually came from Ohio as well, around Hammersville.
Definitely.
And I like that body style.
Yeah, they were a very sharp little build back in the day, especially the Bumblebee series that they had for those, the RT series for the Dakotas. Definitely. So, what circuit you guys typically pull on, and what makes you guys think you got an upper edge on some of the competition?
Well, we run the Spring River Valley Association out of Southwest Missouri here, or I do anyway, and it's very competitive. It's been running very competitive with the two-wheel drive piston motors. In fact, uh, it has proven to be very competitive with them. We had a lot of firsts and seconds last year, and it's just a different kind of power.
Yes, it very much is. I know a lot of people won't understand. You don't really whenever you, as we say, a throttle bump and everything, you're not really feeling that twist in that engine very much. It's basically just a
No.
giant fan.
It is. There's not a lot of torque. The torque ratio is about 4-to-1 to horsepower.
Okay.
Very, very little torque, at least in these engines.
Yeah, it's all your wheel speed is what you guys need. We do know
It
that
is.
one.
It is.
So yeah, quite a like I said, very unique build and everything. We used to joke around when the turbines really were starting to come into play that you guys always put your funnels upwards and everything just to blow your front end back down to keep you.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
much so.
Yeah, because you don't want to go out to the side. You might blow away the spectators a little bit. But
It's moving a lot of air when it leaves the line.
very much so. So, how much fuel would you burn on average going down 300 feet?
About 3 gallons of kerosene.
Okay, that ain't too terrible bad at all and everything.
No.
And you guys are probably limited on the types of fuel you're allowed to run. I'm imagining for your class
Well,
as well.
it's more to do with what the engine will burn. Those engines were designed to burn jet fuel, Jet B or Jet A or kerosene.
Okay.
Um, they will run on diesel. It's pretty dirty for them and clutters them up. But
Right.
I just run kerosene and it seems to do just fine.
Yeah, very, very good. So, if since you're in the two-wheel drive realm and everything with your beautiful machine that you have here, what kind of advice would you give to somebody and the up and coming, the new runners who want to get into this sport, or give some insight to it from somebody who's never been to a tractor pull? What would you recommend?
Well, it's just one of those things. If you want to do it, it's something you got to experience. And once you do, there's no turning back.
Bit by the power bug.
Bit by the power bug, and you better have a good banker or a wealthy relative.
Yes, unfortunately, the polling realm is a little more pricier compared to some of the other sports that we do cover. But we love the fact is with a lot of you guys in the polling realm, it's a family sport.
It is very
From
much.
from the pedal pulls, the garden tractor, to what you guys are playing with as well, up to the unlimited modified and the hot semi classes.
Well,
It's
you know,
we see you all working together. If you guys break something, if somebody else has a part, they're going to hand you that part typically to help you make that last pull or whatever.
for sure.
And we absolutely love, and this is what we promote about these sports. We know for a fact that the International Hot Rod Association in June 6th, 5th, and 6th are having their big standoff that they got going on in Dragway 42 in West Salem, Ohio. They do have two-wheel drive trucks going there. You guys think you guys might come make an appearance out here in Ohio?
Ooh, boy, I don't know. That's we'll have to see down the road. That's a long way from Missouri.
It is a long way from Missouri, but it would be quite a unique experience to see you guys out here because again, you guys are, I believe, the only ones that are running a turbine in the
As far as I
two-wheel
know,
drives.
we're the only ones in existence.
Yeah, because the only other one that's out there that's odd is I believe he's out around Florida area, but I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on it. But he's got a T bucket truck that's running a Cummins, I believe, in it.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's quite interesting to see that heavy thing lift up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is your guys' weight restriction, and is that turbine lighter or heavier than the standard piston motor?
I don't know what a piston, Richard, what would a piston motor like you're running?
Piston motors are about 800 pounds, so you're about half of that.
Yeah, we're that L1 that I'm running is right at 535 pounds, I believe.
Okay. So now, do you guys find that's a little bit better? You guys can put your more weight on that back end, or are you guys throwing more weight up on that front side?
We need a lot of weight up front, a lot more than I thought. The first pool I started out with a clean slate, no weight up front, and that was disastrous.
Yeah, yeah,
Things did
not
not
a good
go
idea.
according to plan.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, does anything in the polling realm does it ever go to plan?
Never, never.
Yeah, exactly. So
But
with you guys running needing more tire speed, what kind of tracks do you guys typically prefer? Do you guys like more of a like as we have here in Dover, Ohio, a gray clay track, or you guys like a more sandier mix, or do you guys like more of a like a muddier red clay?
as for me, I'd rather have a little red clay in it, something that you can bite to. Uh,
Definitely.
you never get the same track twice.
No,
Seems like
no,
so you're
it's
constantly
impossible.
adjusting. No.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it's quite like I said, it's a very unique ordeal. Do you guys hope to continue keeping running turbine, or are you guys gonna switch it up in the future? Maybe try to find another power plant of some sort.
Oh, I'll stick with it as long as I can because it's cost effective for me. I can blow up one of these and build another one for less than the price of a blower on the piston motors.
Okay, yeah, that brings us into the next question. What would be for somebody? Because a lot of people again don't know these power plants. What does would a typical cost to build one of these for the average person if you were wanting to get into, we'll say, if you want to put this in a dragster or into a puller of some sort, what would a person be looking at to build one of these engines?
Well, I run the L1 and I can get into them for under 10,000. Now as you start going up L1 to the L9s, L11, L13, you run up an L13 right now is probably if you find one running around 35,000.
Definitely, definitely, yeah, yeah. It is a lot more cheaper than some of these Black Diamond Hemis and
Oh yeah.
a lot of these other guys. I mean, those are $50,000 to $60,000 motors all day long just to even get started into the power with those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's different seeing a different power plant. I know I was talking with OSTPA, trying to get them to set some rule books for electric. I would love to see somebody build an electric one of these and go out and play. Because you got 100% torque at 0 RPM.
Yeah.
So that would be something different. You could come out there and you could walk it off the line and get it going, which would be kind of cool to see as well.
Yeah.
As you say, that you have no clutch or anything. So what do you use to slow down these motors once you get them up and going?
Well, I'll let Richard take over there. He's from the engine on back to the rear end. He was the engineer that put all this together.
Definitely.
You've got a rotor on the shaft that comes out of the plant carrier, and that shaft is turned in between 7 and 8 thousand. And basically, you're just holding that shaft is what you're doing until you get to 100% up on the motor, and then you turn it loose. I mean, it's not like a blower truck where you can drive it out. I mean,
Right.
this thing is wide open from the get go.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's so cool to hear those things wind out and everything. It is so cool. I know some guys used back in the day, they used to use air clutches. You don't really see too many people seeing those anymore.
We just use mini brake pads on the rotor that comes out of the shaft. I mean, goes to a little transmission and goes to the skidder rear end.
Very
And
nice.
we need to bump the gears up and do a little experimenting. But other
Always.
than that, well, having fun with it.
Definitely. So you guys running a quick change rear end or a Ford 9-inch? What do you guys using for a rear end?
No, it's on skidder rear end.
Okay. Okay.
Inboard planetary brakes. Yeah, it's heavy old critter.
Don't like to pull that out very often, do we?
No, you don't want to. No. No.
Most definitely, but yeah, it's again, it's a great to speak with you guys and to bring people up to the pullers. We want people to meet you guys, understand that you're everyday Joes for the most part. Excuse me. And we want people to come help sponsor you guys. We want them to come to your guys' event because, as I touched with you on the phone the other day, tractor pulling is one of the fastest growing sport, but also one of the fastest dropping sports. Nobody is promoting you guys anymore. We're trying to change that for you all. And we want to bring people to your events, get more butts in the seat, get more money for you guys to pull. We're hoping by the end of this year our live streams will be going up so people can buy online tickets, and a percentage of those online tickets are going to come back to you guys as a puller, allow you guys to race for more money, or we can actually set up sponsorships for you guys and help with you guys with fuel costs, or with you guys with probably burning those brakes out pretty quickly on that tail shaft. We can help sponsor you guys out with those there as well and try to help you all with that.
We'll never turn down money.
Exactly. It keeps everything running, and yeah, we're hoping to change this for the future for everybody, because we would like to make it to the future point where we could do possibly an East versus West. My game plan with my company, we want to try to build a global pull-off, because we know we have people in Switzerland, we have Germany, we have Brazilians, and we also have people in Taiwan even that are doing tractor pulls and following our rules from here in the States. And we want to make it for a global pull-off where you guys might be pulling for $500,000 or more and everything come in the future and everything, because I mean that's gonna, unfortunately, the more money you guys get, the more you're gonna want to break stuff. But we don't want you guys breaking stuff, but unfortunately it sells tickets so too.
For sure.
So, but yeah, definitely, we would love to see that for the future or anything like that. So, any parting words for somebody who's interested in getting into polling or any class at all? What would be your first recommendation to do?
I would just go to the pools, find your local organization, go to the local pools and talk to anybody. Most everybody is more than happy to give up their time and talk to potential pullers and spectators, and we love it. In fact, or at least we do. Especially the kids. You got to get the kids involved.
Oh yes.
and see
as you were
what you
touching.
like. I mean, not everybody likes trucks. Not everybody likes tractors. I mean, everybody has their own preference on stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, like we have, like I said, we cover a lot of sand drag racers, and they look at us with like with the pulling, man, that's a slow sport and everything. It's like, yeah, but you got to understand these guys are doing something a little bit different and something that
Sure.
your cars aren't going to be able to handle.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but and that's one thing we're trying to marry together too. Trying to bring a lot of the sand draggers over to tractor pulls as well as tractor pullers over to sand drags. We would love to be able to set up an event to where we have fast brackets to where we could possibly merge them together, have some pullers going, and then take an intermission break and have a couple dragsters fly down a track somewhere or
Sure.
something like that. Would be very cool to see.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely, very much so. But
Yeah,
yeah,
3.5 seconds is a lot longer. I mean, a lot shorter than 15 seconds or 18 seconds down the track.
yeah, your guys' average time down a track is anywhere from what we have seen from the Ultimate Unlimited Modifieds down into the Pro Stocks and Hot Farm Series is anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds down that track, and that's a long time on those motors. It
Yeah.
really is.
It is.
I know some of these 4-wheel drive series that are coming out as well. The 410 Big Block series, the 3.0 and the 2.6 diesel trucks. It's a very good starter series for people to really get into. I mean, a 2.6 and the 3.0s are a little more cost effective, but you can go out and build a naturally aspirated 4-wheel drive for less than 50,000.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful sport to see coming back in. And I know Texas is probably, I believe, the first starter for the 410 Big Blocks. And then it's been slowly working our way east, and I'm more likely certain it's heading up across your guys' area as well. So, but yeah, thank you again for all your time, and
No
where
problem.
can people see you at your next event?
I believe we're going to be in Mountain Home, Arkansas, May 2nd.
Okay, definitely.
If everything works out.
What is the name of the location there? Do they have a certain name for the fairground, or is it just a pulling track?
That's a good question.
Just the full
I think
track
it's
down in the hills.
Alrighty, definitely. Yeah, we are. Hopefully, a lot of people will be able to make it down there for y'all, and hopefully they can come see there on the side of the track. And yeah, if you guys ever need any assistance from our crew, if you see us at an event somewhere, grab one of us and everything. If you guys need a tire moved or you need a hand or with a wrench or something like that, my crew is there to help you guys as well. We don't care. We
Appreciate
want
it.
to help you guys keep you all going.
Well, thank you.
So, but yep, definitely. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday today. And
Thank
this
you.
is a pre-recorded as well, so this will be out, and you guys will receive the message right before it goes out as well.
Perfect.
So, alrighty, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and thank you all again for joining in for another episode of Dirt and Grip. It is a wonderful ordeal to see this beautiful machine that Josh and Rich have here. We really hope everybody can come out and see them at one of their events or at a local event nearby. We really want people to come to these sports and meet these people. These people are everyday people like you or myself. We want these sports to grow for family. We want people to be around for more of these events. And if it's something that you don't like, at least go to it once, just so you don't have to see. Online, it's amazing to see. I mean, we all love to see the big flames and the explosions and tires falling off, but go out and at least see one of these events. They are quite a unique and different sport. We absolutely love it. So, but again, these guys are pulling a lot of weight down these tracks, and it's a 3D sport where a lot of people don't understand. A 3D sport is like in NASCAR, they will say it's 3D because you're going in those turns and you're banking. Those banks will change and adjust and up and down. People don't understand that. These guys are pulling 300 feet down a dirt track that is graded each time. That track changes every single time. Nobody understands the difference between each run. They can go out, they can look, they watch, they can move that sled where they want to start at. But other than that, it's pretty much a drive-by feel experience. You need to feel that truck or tractor or whatever you're pulling with. You need to be able to feel that as it goes. These people need sponsors. These people need more fans there, because the fans are what bring these people to these tracks to pull. Not only just for bragging rights and sometimes for some money. A lot of times they're here for the fans. They want people to be here for you in order to be able to pull more often. So, but with that, thank you again for joining in for another Dirt and Grip episode. Our next one will be coming out in 2 weeks. We were going to try to be setting these up for 2-week intervals in order to keep you guys posted and bring you guys to more pollers as well from across the United States, Canada, Mexico, and around the world. So, thank you again. Hope you all have a good day.